Discord back
I wonder if we sync that up or not.
up. Huh? Oh, you hit record when I said 3, 2, 1?
Said I wonder if we sync that up or not, because I went by your countdown.
Oh, damn. That'd be awesome.
That would be cool. So, yeah. Like I told you when we got on here, news was late this week. Not very much actually went on. Except for the state of play, but now that it's June, we are getting into the E3 stuff that we talked about last month. Now we're actually starting to see things coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And since it's June, happy Pride Month.
Yay, happy Pride Month.
Oh, yeah. But speaking of Pride, my niece came out as... Oh, what'd she say she was? She was pan and non-binary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my little 10-year-old niece is apparently cognizant enough to understand who and what she is. Or I should say who and what they are.
Yeah.
So, that's cool.
Yeah, it is. Listen,
More
I think...
power to her.
Oh, absolutely. Like, what... I don't think I'm at least versed enough to give an opinion on it. It's just, you know. You know?
Yes. You are who you are.
Pretty much. And if anybody's got anything to say about it, well, guess what? I got...
Fuck them!
Yeah.
I mean...
I got a couple of birdies to show you.
That's a good way to put it. It's very nice without saying, go fuck yourself.
It's that kind of stuff that I don't get it. What does it bother? Not to veer too much on from the video game thing, is like that type of stuff.
Speak your truth.
What is the point of that? Why should it bother you? Who people want to be with, what they want to do, or who their sexual partner is?
It shouldn't.
Right. Is it gonna change?
Well, it's kind of like what we talked about on the podcast last time. It kind of feeds into like the representation thing, because you get people who are on the same thing about other people and their orientation,
right.
And then when that's in video games, you get the same bullshit. People complaining about, why are you doing this? Why are you putting in the games? And again, it's a representation thing. But I think people just want to be upset. But I think also religion plays into it, because supposedly it's not in the Bible for people to be gay, when there's plenty of things in there that say that there were people that were gay and stuff. So,
Right. I don't
know.
I'm Roman Catholic myself, and I'm pretty sure I remember my priest being very strict. Like, we had towards the end, I was in Catholic school, and towards the end when we actually had nuns teaching in the class, they actually were ruler thumping nuns.
Oh my god.
That shit they
I
didn't.
think we moved past that.
But they didn't teach that shit at all.
Mm-hmm.
So where the hell is it coming from? Because I don't remember. Granted, I'm not saying I've read the Bible from start to finish, but I don't remember ever seeing.
I also
like
don't want to generalize, but the people that I know of and see and hear about, it's a lot of Christianity.
Yeah, it's not so much the Catholic religion. It's what I seem to notice it happening. It's the off branches from the Protestant religion, which, funny thing enough, if you're gonna complain about something not being in the Bible, I'm pretty sure one of the 10 Commandments is to be faithful to do not commit adultery, and the main reason why those branches of the religion started was because a king was told he couldn't get divorced from his wife.
Mm-hmm. They're just making shit up.
Yeah, hypocritical at that point.
I mean, if you look hard enough into almost any religion, you can find a lot of hypocrisy in it too.
Right. My take on religion at this point, and not to get too into it, so because last thing I want is piss anybody off, is...
We could also cut this out.
Oh, yeah. Well, At this point,
if you want to.
nah, I'm good. Uh,
Okay.
it's my viewpoint. Somebody doesn't like my viewpoint. Tough shit, you know.
Fair enough.
My point in the religion is what I take out of it is I don't go to church. First off, I'm not that type of person. God, if God doesn't need me to go to a church to believe in Him. I need. I live by the golden rule: treat others as you want to be treated.
You sound like my mom. That's her same beliefs, but keep going.
Yeah. And the whole idea of like who's without sin can throw the first stone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a perfect person. Nobody's perfect. My interpretation is, what that person does is none of my business to judge.
Right.
I be the best person I can be. You be the best person you can be. As long as
you be you.
Right. As long as you're not physically hurting somebody, I'm leaving you alone. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. And I agree with that. That's how it should be with a lot of people. But I don't know. It's frustrating. Because if you don't fall in line with other people's beliefs, they get pissed off and try to force it on you.
Yeah.
And that is not how that shit should be.
Yeah, exactly. Which is,
I think we've... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that actually segues into our first topic. Perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's a lot of... fuck. It's part of this weekend. But really quick, I don't think I mentioned it to you, but I have no beliefs. I've been through like the church system. I've done, Sunday service and all that stuff, but I come away with nothing. I am very much science and logic oriented, so I have to have proof and I have to see things, and what I see is everything's an evolution of something else or came from something. So,
right.
I don't know. I'm still open. If something can prove me wrong, then by all means, great. But for me, I don't.
And for the most part, I'm along the same lines as you as that one. I need proof, tangible proof. Show me what's going on.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say, oh, because I believe in God, I don't think that the world started with Adam and Eve. Sorry, we have evidence that proves otherwise. Do I think there's some truth to the story? I'm sure there is. At some point, there was an Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But will we not?
It's all interpretation.
Right. Hence why I'm not going to say whose religion is right and who's wrong.
Right. Treating people equally should not be a religious thing. It should be a humanity thing.
Right. And
unfortunately, I don't know if we'll ever get there because religion tends to screw up a lot of things.
Sure.
If our current political climate is anything to show for that. And yes, that leads into the first topic on the list. Because of all the shootings and shit, you have these religious gun nuts, because that's what a lot of politicians are, if you haven't seen the shit that they've said after all the shootings, is that they're blaming video games yet again.
Yeah. And I see a particular name on that list, and I'm very surprised people
Is it any surprise?
No. What surprises me is people are still listening to that jackass.
I don't know why.
Me neither. Because I'm what's not making sense to me is, and
we'll just say it's Ted Cruz.
Yeah. What
he was one of the first people to speak up about video games being the cause of the violence that happened over the weekend and the shooting in Uvalde. And he lumped it in with a lot of other shit, because I don't know if you went back and listened to him talking about it like a day or two after it happened. But he didn't just blame video games. That was lumped in with social media, the way people are living these days. There was a bunch of shit that he just kept listing off and off and off, and in that was video games. And then shortly following up another press conference with some sheriff from some police some police department, he echoed a lot of those statements.
Yeah.
And you go ahead. I cut you off already on this, so you finish your sentence.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. It seems we're aligning very much so on the same feelings with this, because, and I've been discussing it with Callie. Like, even though me personally, I'm registered as an independent, I can see myself aligning with the definition of what Republicans used to be. It's no big business. I mean, um, for big business, against government meddling in our affairs. I'm for responsible gun ownership. Um, the free I'm for freedom of religion, but at the same time, that's where it ends. It's yes, people should hold to some degrees those type of values. I would ideally like to say, but I don't want to force it upon people. Religion has no place in government. When I
That's why
mean
we
this,
have separation of church and state.
right, exactly. There's and when I'm talking about responsible gun ownership, banning weapons isn't gonna do shit. Sorry, they're gonna people are gonna want to get a hold of it. My interpretation of gun control, I will say I'm for gun control, but my interpretation of it, gun control is not taking weapons away. My interpretation of gun control is educating people. My personal opinion, and the one thing I don't know if Russia still does it or not, just because I know it's a hot topic. Um, I remember years ago somewhere seeing that Russian high school students get taught how to use a weapon in class. I'm for something like that. Teach along the lines of the same ideas. I think high school students should have should be taught how to handle a weapon, like the oh my god, I really can't. I'm really brain farting here. The Basically be able to get their license to carry in school. Well, not physically carry in school, but I mean actually learn to get their license so that they know how to handle a weapon the proper way. Mm-hmm. Kids should be able to get driving lessons in school. Should be able to balance a checkbook, that type of thing.
To be fair, in Michigan, you used to be able to get driving license through school, and now it's all separate. That was like years and years ago.
Yeah, it used to be that way here too. Well, nowhere near my time, but at some point, people used to be able to do that stuff. But now it's not there, and that's my sad part. But trying to bring it back to I know I will way off tangent, but I want to say what I was trying to say was I see myself leaning towards what Republicans used to be, and then you have dillholes like Ted Cruz making statements like this, and I'm like, this is the same guy who ran against Trump. Took it instead of defend when Trump was giving shit, and I will always remember it, and I will never let him live him down. Every time he tries to open his mouth, tries to act like this tough guy. Trump talked shit about your wife repeatedly.
And he stood there and took it.
Right. And he tucked his tail between his legs, and when Trump became president, he sucked his dick. Okay?
Yeah.
And then the recent one where the total freeze in Texas. And him and
instead of actually trying to do something for his constituents, he was like, my family's cold. Let's go to somewhere warm.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I don't buy the excuse. Oh, I was making sure my family got to where they were going safe. No, you didn't, you pussy.
No.
They could have done that by themselves, not a problem.
Not the makings of a good leader, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
It looks bad. It looks bad when a congressman or congresswoman, I should say, from New York, helps your community more than you did.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna make accusations like this? Really? Shame on the people that are listening to this bullshit.
Well, I'm so tired of this coming back up too, because there have been many, many studies showing that it's more or less the complete opposite of this shit. Games are more of a benefit than anything. In any, what am I trying to say? They're more of a boon and a benefit than being any sort of negative impact on anybody.
Yeah.
Here's the biggest thing that a lot of people are saying, and I completely agree with on it too, is the games that we buy and play, whether they're Call of Duty, Halo, fucking Bloodborne, Elden Ring, anything where you're hacking up people or shooting or shit like that, people around the world play these games as well.
Yeah.
Do you see the same shit happening over there?
Of course not.
No. Not to mention, there have been many studies, like I mentioned already, where they study the effects of video games on a person's psyche, how they affect their moods, what am I trying to say? I've lost my words on it. It's just more, the studies are just the effects of video games in general on a person's mood, emotions, and how they view things or how they will handle things. And it more or less is a de-stressor. It helps with puzzle solving. It creates, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the words that they use for it, but it helps stimulate the brain and create those synapse connections that help you to solve problems better, to make you a bit more of a smarter person.
Right.
I mean, I'd like to say that video games are the reason why I'm super good at solving puzzles. When I was 5, I was doing Picross stuff, which I don't know if you know what Picross is, but yeah, I've been doing puzzles since I touched video games. That's all that they are.
Yeah.
You're constantly being barraged with puzzles and trying to figure out the solution to things. It's just a bullshit argument, just to kind of push it off on something else for what happened.
Exactly.
Let's not pay attention to what the actual cause might be.
Right. And it brings it back to the fact that, like, okay, fine, you're gonna blame video games on it. Okay. Who's responsible? These video games have a rating on the box. Who's buying? If these kids are that impressionable, who's buying it for them?
And well, that's partially why the ESRB was made.
Right.
Like, you had the video game violence back in the day from, like, Mortal Kombat was the biggest thing, and you had Nintendo and, oh man, it was Nintendo, I want to say maybe Atari was in it, and Sega. And they more or less talked to the big retail companies and was like, here's our standards we're going to set up. They're going to be separate and neutral from the gaming industry themselves. We go through them to regulate the games and place the labels on them. And then you, the stores, will carry the games. And the onus is on the person who's buying the game.
Right.
And when they got up in front of Congress and laid out their plan and did this, all those companies were like, here's what we're doing. It was just a short sentence saying, here's what was decided, and we agree with it. And that was it. And that's how the ESRB was made.
Right. And this goes into the fact that we're, like, one of the biggest talking points that Republicans seem to have, and yes, I'm throwing shade at the freaking DeSantis. They talk about having the responsibility and the control returning the control and the choice to the parents. Well, if that's the case, it's the parents' choice whether or not their kids are using these video games. And if not, they should be responsible.
Yeah, to that point too, if you are a parent and you are buying your 6-year-old a Call of Duty or an M-rated game, I'm going to question your sanity, because 6-year-olds don't need to be playing those games in general,
Right.
and that's what those ratings are for. But it's not like those same games are going to make you go out and commit murder either.
Right. Exactly. Again, I agree with what you're saying. It's them trying to throw shade and get rid of instead of putting the blame where it needs to be and actually coming up with solutions.
They're trying to push it off on something else so that way nobody comes and takes their guns.
Right. And nobody's saying take the guns. It's them. They're the ones saying take the guns.
Yeah, and all people want is just stricter. I cannot fucking think tonight. Stricter laws and access to these guns. Make it harder for people to get it who don't need them.
Right, exactly. Because no offense, background checks don't mean shit. If a psychopath like that can pass,
Clearly, it doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't mean shit. If a psychopath like that can pass a background check and shoot up a school
In the same fucking day.
exactly. Sorry, no. That's the point of a background check, is so that I understand people that want to do illegal shit are gonna do illegal shit regardless. But at the same time, we're not just going to hand stuff over to people and say, hey, God be with you. No. Sorry. There's more responsibility to that. If you really want to do shit like that, how about protecting your schools more? You talk about, when people talk about there's not enough representation in the schools. This happened in a Texas school who's all for guns and all for back to blue. Why didn't they have more?
My rights.
Yeah. Why didn't they have more SRO officers in there? Why is your schools? And this is one of the things that I was telling Callie about. Is like, all right, fine. If this is starting to become an issue, obviously you can't lock up emergency exits and stuff like that. You have to be able to get out from inside due to fires and stuff like that. But then fine. Make the entranceways, post the SROs at the entranceways, the doors immediately to the outside. Install bulletproof glass. Literally make it impossible for people to come in without permission to do so.
There should be some more checks and balances in places, but blaming video games is not the place to start.
Exactly.
There's some deeper issues in this country that need to be addressed to fix some of these issues. And blaming games and social media and things like that is not the place to start.
Right. That's
It's frustrating.
pretty much.
It's just sad. It's everything that happened, and there was more this weekend too. Not necessarily at schools, but just more shootings, and it's just when is enough too much?
Right.
Or when is too much enough? Same difference. Anyway, let's actually talk about games instead of sad stuff.
I appreciate it.
Did you check out any of the Sony State of
Oh,
Play?
I made sure to look at every single one of these games.
Yeah. So before we run down the list, what are you super excited about?
Let me look at the list one more time.
Or I guess since you're the Sony person, do you want to take this?
As far as what I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to the Callisto Protocol because that looked good. I liked that trailer.
Okay.
I want to try Tunic now that I've seen the trailer for that one.
I've been playing it on the Xbox. It's hard as fuck, but
Is
it's
it?
fun.
I look.
It's tough.
It sort of reminds me of like Zelda, kind of.
Yes. That's kind of like the aesthetic they were going
Okay.
for.
So I wasn't just imagining it. Okay. So it was on purpose.
Yeah. Amelia likes watching me play it.
Once it's released on PS4 and PS5, I don't mind playing that one. What I'm really excited about is Final Fantasy 16. I didn't know that was coming out. When I saw the trailer, it looks beautiful.
You didn't see the trailer from last year?
No, I didn't.
Oh shit, you missed out.
Yeah,
Then.
this is the first I've seen.
That was like a big announcement.
I'm looking at this. It visually looks absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful. But what's intriguing me is the points where it looks like two summons are battling each other. If I'm understand,
That is their focus for this game. Is going to be on summons and summons battling.
now my question is, I might be misinterpreting the trailer, but are the characters turning into the summons?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I just know that there's more of an emphasis on summons in their battle system for this one. That's as much as I know.
That looks awesome. I will try it.
And
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, I want to try it specifically because of that. And I'll be pissed if it's only on PS5. I'll understand it, but I will be pissed.
I mean, based on how that trailer looked, it might only be a PS5.
Ooh.
It's pretty. I mean, a lot of they want to put the stuff on the PS4 as well, just like with the Xbox wanting to put it on the Series S and X. But what was it? If Gotham Knights is any indication, you're not going to get a lot of games that are going to be put out on the last console generation either, just because they won't be able to handle them.
Right. And I understand. That's why I'm not surprised if it only releases on PS5, because visually, like I said, it looks phenomenal.
It was stunning.
I'm just upset because, again, PS5s are still hard to come by. Price point wise and just physically getting your hands on them. So if it means I have to wait a couple of years to even play this game, it'll be heartbreaking. Not gonna lie.
Live vicariously, man. Watch some streamers play it, or just check out some videos.
I don't want to. I don't like that. So,
you don't want to ruin it for yourself?
No, these type of games, no, not a chance. Sorry, not happening. I want to figure it out myself. I don't mind like
Fair enough.
mobile games or games I've played already, and there's certain things that like I didn't know from the first play around. I don't mind watching other people play. That's my, because I used to be the kid that would get the walkthrough for the games when they released. I'll play the game all the way through my way, finding whatever I could on my own. But after,
and then do it
right,
again.
I'll do it again. This time with the walkthrough, so I get all the extras. That's my walkthrough.
Okay.
That's the type of thing I like. What
Well, really quick, do you want to, since we're talking about all the random games, you want to run down the list and then?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to run down the list, or you want me to? And if you have any questions, or I'll throw in some information that I know about these things too. Like I'll tell you about the developers and what the game's supposed to be about and stuff.
Resident Evil 4 remake. I think that's going to be interesting for the VR aspect.
I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited. That was one of my favorite Resident Evil games.
Was it?
Yes, I loved 4 so much.
I never played it,
such a good
but
game.
from what it looks like, it looks interesting, especially from a VR aspect.
I love that game so much I bought it at least 3 or 4
Oh,
times.
Jesus.
Like, I had it on the original GameCube. I bought it on, when it was re-released at least one other time, I think on the 360 maybe? And then I bought it again on the Xbox Series X. So, I've played it a shit ton of times. Oh, it was on the Wii. That's what it was. I bought it on the Wii, too.
Okay, so you're
I love that game.
so you're as much of a fanboy for Resident Evil 4 as I am for Kingdom Hearts. Then that's what it sounded like.
Resident Evil 4 specifically.
Okay.
I didn't play the first game, believe it or not, until it was re-released on the GameCube. And then I finally beat Resident Evil 1 for my first time ever. I think I watched somebody play Resident Evil 2, and I didn't care for it on the PlayStation 1. And then I went back and was like, okay, this isn't bad. But Resident Evil 4 is where it really took off.
Me personally, I've never really played them, other than like at the arcades. That's about it. That's the only time I've ever played any of the Resident Evil games.
What Resident Evil was at the arcade?
Unless I'm mistaking it for something else.
You're thinking of House of the Dead.
Maybe. So then, yeah, I've never played it.
All right.
But it looks good. I definitely, if I had a VR headset, I wouldn't mind trying it out.
And also, alongside that, that was their first, I think their first announcement of PSVR 2. Because I hadn't heard anything about that until they was like, oh yeah, it's going to be on PSVR 2. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Since when were they making a second VR?
Now, does that mean you have to get a whole new headset, or at that point?
I believe so. It's probably going to be a whole new headset because I think their hardware for their VR stuff is in the headset and it talks to the PS5. So it's probably going to be a whole new thing with like their handle stick controllers. I forget what it was called, and then the headset.
Okay. What I'm hoping at one point, it's instead of just where they go with the VR, is instead of the handle sticks, some type of glove.
They're working on
That
it.
would be cool.
Haptic gloves and stuff is a goal for the future. The closest we have are like the Oculus Quest controllers and the Vives controllers. Yeah. They're pretty intuitive for your hands, but they're still wands.
Right.
But we're getting there.
Because for example, I know it's taking it out of order, because that's where it kind of threw me off. Where if we're talking about VR2 games like No Man's Sky, and one of the at one point in the trailer, you see the character grabbing and moving the vines. It's not exactly the same. It's not exactly the same feeling. Where if you could do
when you're just clicking in a trigger and then moving
right, exactly.
Whereas you feel it on your hand. Yeah, that's dude. You want to get immersive? Yes, gloves are the way to go for that shit. And that will be, dude. I can't wait for that. Have you tried VR at all?
I think we've talked about this in the past. I think the closest I've gotten to trying VR, not recently, it was the ones that they have in the arcades. That is just like the head.
Yes. The tank.
Yeah, and it kind of made me sick at that point. But again, that was an early VR game, so
yeah,
I'm assuming that has to do with more how wonky the system was than the actual gameplay itself.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, but I definitely
along those same lines. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say.
No, you finish.
I see where it's going, and I like it.
Yes. I thought it was pretty cool that they're putting No Man's Sky on the PSVR. Ooh, dude, I don't even know if they did it for regular VR yet either.
I don't think so.
Like, if this is their first instance of VR, that's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Journey to the West. I did not know that they were making a second game, and it's a VR-only game.
Ooh.
But from the trailer, it made it look like it was like a full-fledged game. It's not just a travel around and look at things. Like, you're actually doing shit in the game, which was pretty cool. I'm not the biggest Horizon fan, but like the story surrounding Aloy and all that is interesting. Games don't grab me, but her story's cool. But the fact that they're making a VR game about it is pretty cool too.
I can definitely see that coming around a lot more.
What's the next one you want to talk about? Since we just labeled two more, Horizon and No Man's Sky, along with Resident Evil 4.
Well, let's go. So I calm down my roller coaster here. As what I'm not looking forward to, or I have no intention of playing, Stray, and I'm.
Oh, come on.
I didn't hear the audio and I don't know the premise, but just from watching the video, I'm like...
It didn't tell you much?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's a very cute game. I think they mocapped cats to get like the actual movements down correctly. Yeah. I think Annapurna is the company that's publishing it. It's another one of those studios that like do high art indie games, but this one's pretty. But you're just, I forget how you do it, but you're a cat in like a robotic city where everybody are robots and stuff, and then like you meet a little robot friend and you're exploring. That's all I know. I don't think they've really talked about the story.
Right.
But you are a cat, and it's cool.
It's an interesting aspect. I don't, unless they tell more.
Doesn't seem interesting to you.
I'm good. I did happen to notice that there's a lot. The robots share a lot of similarities with the robot from Fooly Cooly. So I'm wondering if they're Fooly Cooly fights
with the screen heads. Yes.
So I thought that was a nice little Easter egg, whether it was intentional or not.
I like Fooly Cooly.
I'm trying to think. What was the other one? I wasn't. There was one more I thought was weird when I was watching it. I'm trying to remember which.
I'm gonna take a guess and say it's probably Eternites.
Might be. Hold on. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. If I see the picture, I'll probably.
Okay. While you're looking that up, I'm gonna run down the other ones. You mentioned the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
It's being made by the original Dead Space devs, which is why it's got
Yeah.
that space horror kind of feel to it.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like that.
You said Stray and Tunic and Final Fantasy 16 were shown off. Oh, we didn't even mention this when we were talking about VR. Resident Evil Village, just like they did with Resident Evil 7, it's going to be a VR title as well. Or they're redoing it for VR. Season A Letter to the Future. I don't remember this one. It had no impact on me.
Agreed. That's the other one.
Same thing with Eternites. Don't know shit about it. Did not grab me.
It's weird. It's basically. I'm trying to think. What was the anime I was just recently watching? It's the same premise type of thing, where it doesn't know it doesn't know if it's a dating sim game or an action game.
Oh, is that the one where you can hold hands while you're fighting off monsters?
Yeah.
Like in the trailer, it was like press R2 to hold hands or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Like the trailer starts off with a kid getting his arm lopped off, and then he's getting all getting all sensual with a girl. I'm like, nah, what? Pick a genre at this point.
I don't know.
Oh, what the hell was the name of the freaking anime? It just recently came out on Crunchyroll too.
Oh, I have no idea then.
Though I think that was more of making fun of that type of genre.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed the anime, but I don't seem to have an interest in that game.
Here's one that doesn't make any sense to me. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. I didn't know that they were still doing shit with that game.
I did.
I'm also wondering what's the point.
Didn't even know the game existed.
Yeah, I think when the first chapter came out, there was like two different walking games being developed, and Saints and Sinners was like the one that was being looked at more.
Yeah.
But I think when it came out, people were like kind of meh about it.
Right.
So the fact that it's getting a chapter 2 is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one too. The fact that they're remastering Spider-Man for the PC is kind of a slap in the face to what they said before, because they were like, "Yeah, we have no plans at all to bring Spider-Man to the PC. Probably not going to happen." And here we are now.
They want money.
It's true. I'm going to save the big one for last. Roller Drome seemed interesting.
Roller Drome.
Like you're roller skating and you're doing it Tony Hawk style, where you're flipping and doing tricks and stuff, and you have guns. I
read the description. I think that's going to be cool. I could, for some reason, none of the pages I was looking at would show me the damn trailer, so I have no idea what it looks like. But I think that's cool.
You haven't gotten to see the trailer yet?
I don't know what's going.
Send it to you.
I don't know what's going on with my links, but I couldn't find the goddamn trailer for the life of me.
Wow. Wonder why.
I don't know. I was probably failing at life at that point.
Give yourself some more credit. So you want to throw out the probably the biggest reveal out of this, since we didn't get anything from God of War? Like I'm surprised, and a lot of people in like that follow this stuff was surprised too, that there was no God of War announcement. No showing, nothing.
I'm assuming.
What was the big one?
I'm wondering if something must be going on with it, that they're taking their time with revealing anything. Because the next one's supposed to be Ragnarok, isn't it?
Ready yet? Yes, they're hard at work on Ragnarok right now.
But this announcement,
There's you
I'm looking into it. Ooh, religion. I'll have to look at that after. But
sure.
I'm looking forward to the release of Dragon Age Dread. It's Dread Wolf, by the way.
Blame it on the truck company. That was also not part of Sony's thing. That was their own individual thing. They were just like, yeah, by the way, here's our new game.
Yeah.
I didn't see that during the state of play, at least.
Listen, it looks cool.
No, you missed the big one.
What was the big one?
That's not even the biggest one.
What do you mean that's not the...
Street Fighter 6.
Oh, yeah. That looks cool.
Dude, they went back to like the graffiti hip-hop style, and I feel like that works. Did you know also that game is being made in the RE engine? The same game, or the same engine that they're using to make Resident Evil 7 and 8, or I should say Resident Evil Village.
No shit. Okay.
They adopted that engine to make this game, which is kind of like, if you look at the two trailers together, you can kind of see the similarities in how the models look.
Okay. That makes sense. I was wondering why it looked so similar.
It's super fancy, super cool.
And it's weird seeing Ryu with a beard.
With the beard and the scraggly clothes, and Chun-Li looks... I don't even know how to put this. Chun-Li has always been like my go-to favorite Street Fighter character besides Ken, and I'm not going to talk about leaks because like the roster for the game supposedly leaked and stuff, so I'm just going to leave that at that. But like Chun-Li looks cool. She was always a badass, and now she looks even more badass.
This is gonna be fun.
But Ryu, man, Ryu's cool. They showed off some of like the new moves and systems and stuff too, like quick snippets.
It looks fun. I haven't seen yet. I've only seen the trailer, and it's got me peaked.
And it's coming out to the Xbox too, and with cross-platform, so I can play with
you.
Woo-hoo!
So we get to
we
can kick each other's ass. Yeah, today's gonna be a rated R kind of day.
That's fine.
That's it.
Fuck this and fuck that and this shit and that shit.
Politics does that to you, buddy.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
so since you mentioned it, are you excited for Dragon Age? Because like I'm pretty sure we talked about this before too, where I've tried Dragon Age, couldn't get into it, just not my sort of thing. But I think you said you liked it.
I like the original one. I've never played the other Dragon Ages, but this one, the trailer looks awesome. I like the way it looks. Yeah.
I'm gonna recommend something just on what I've heard. I think it was Dragon Age Inquisition is supposedly one of the better ones.
Is it really?
So if you ever want to get around to one of them, yeah. I think Origins was pretty good too, but I think Inquisition was like one of the top ones. My cat is bugging me. What do you need? Do you have something to say? Are you looking forward to Stray?
I definitely wouldn't mind trying it out. Again, it's one of those games that I have a feeling it's going to be a PS5 and not a PS4.
Did you happen to actually see the picture that they used for the announcement?
No, but I heard people saying it's reminiscent of the original. Oh my god, the original logo or cover.
So what got me was the colors of it. They use a lot of like whites and silvers and reds for their stuff.
Yeah.
But for this one, take a look. Come on, focus. It's like purple.
Ooh.
It's like a purple and red kind of color to it. So I was like, that's the first thing that I saw. I'm like, this is a different color for them. I wonder what they're going for. I'm sure that they're going to show off some stuff soon.
Oh, I'm sure.
Show you some more stuff to get you excited about it.
It's gonna make me cry and force me to hunt down and overpay for a PlayStation 5. I guarantee it.
Take your time. Be patient. I can send you how I managed to get my Xbox. I can send you the Twitter account of the dude who tries to like keep track of inventories for Best Buy and Walmart and stuff. And whenever he hears about something, he tweets and saying, "Hey, there's going to be a drop here soon. Yeah. Get ready for it."
Ooh.
And that's basically how I did it. And I was up on one side, my mom was up on the other side, and I think somebody else, and we're like, all right, at this time it's supposed to be the drop. We're all going to try and get it. And as soon as it happened, we all shot our shot. I didn't get it. The other person didn't get it, but my mom did.
Yeah.
So I was like, perfect. I got it. Here's my money. It's just, it sucks that it took that much effort to get it, but I'm happy.
Hey, listen, if that's what I gotta do, then that's what I gotta do.
I'll give you a hand. I'll keep an eye out for it and see if we can get it. That's if you want it. Oh, that's right. I'm going to save that news for last. The Square Enix thing. Since I think it might affect you more than me.
Yeah. I think it's a good way to end it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't put this on the list, but some interesting Game Pass games are coming out tomorrow to Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
And I've already forgotten one of them. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, since I remember now. Since I didn't get to try it, I'm going to download Assassin's Creed Origins and give it a shot.
Okay.
I haven't tried any of the newer Assassin's Creed games, the ones that are like more third-person action-oriented and stealth second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just when they switched to that, it didn't grab me. But I wanted to try Odyssey.
Yeah.
Because I like the Greek stuff. But since Origin is coming to Game Pass, I'm gonna give it a shot. See if it's worth it. And if so, then I'll just buy Odyssey later on when it's on sale again.
Now Origin.
But also,
Isn't Origin the amalgamation of all of like the first 3 or something like that, or the first 2?
no. So that one you are in ancient Egypt and you're playing a game, or you're playing as a dude named Bayek or Bylek. I think it's Bayek.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be like the actual conception of the Assassin's Order.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a game that came out to Xbox only, I think, that was shown off to like lackluster hype was Chorus with a V. I think the way that they wrote it in the lettering is like the U looks like a V.
Yeah.
And the only things that I have seen from that were like the space combat stuff. It was like that's all they wanted to show about it, and it looked interesting enough. I mean, I want to download it and check it out, but there's no hype around it to me. I'm just like, oh, it looks interesting. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
But those are coming out tomorrow, so that's what I have to look forward to. And I only mention that because 2 days after that, Devolver Digital's got their showcase, and you know it's going to be hilarious. Do you remember any of their previous showcases, or have you watched them? Does the name stick out?
The name sounds familiar, but I'm just blanking big time.
They are the company who likes to make fun of the industry.
Okay.
When they do their showcases, like it's the CEO. The CEO of it is some lady who is super eccentric, and she just is. She tells shit how it is, but while making fun of it at the same time. There's a through line through all those showcases since then of some dude coming back that she maimed and fucked up before during one of the showcases, coming back to kill her, and then she ends up being okay, and then there's like a back and forth between them.
Oh, jeez.
And like behind the scenes, you see people from the company who are like experimenting on her to make her a certain way and stuff, while also talking about their games and weaving that in.
That is cool.
They're fucking hilarious. I love them. And they have solid games. I guarantee you, since they showed it earlier in this year at one of the Nintendo Indie things, they're going to show off more of a game called Gunbrella, which I've mentioned before. That I'm looking forward to. That's coming out next year. As for anything else, I have no damn idea, but they have to show more of that.
I'm sure they will.
It's exciting. We're getting down to it. And then 3 days after that, we're getting the Xbox Bethesda showcase on Sunday.
We're going to have a fun weekend.
Yeah, because we have our D&D game to play too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Not the tangent. What time is that?
Probably normal time. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, but we're probably going to do it like 8:39.
Works for me.
Yeah.
All right. And how have I never heard of the game Shantae? Or Shantae?
Shantae. The half genie hero, man.
I've never heard of this game, and I'm assuming it's fan service because there's a lot of boobage.
Believe it or not, no.
Really?
Yeah. Not a lot of fan service at all. Those games are solid platformers. They are really, really good games. I know the aesthetics and like the art style and everything that they show it makes you wonder. It looks a little wrong, but when you actually play the games, not about that shit at all.
So it's more along the lines of the same type of humor as like the Disgaea games.
Um, kind of, but a little lighter. Like, I'll give you an example. In one of the games, I forget who the character is, but you walk into one of their rooms and like it sets an alarm off, and they're like, "Intruder alert! Someone's in the man cave" or something like that. And like they take the genies, like there's a couple different genies in that, and they take your main character Shantae and somebody else and put them in like an action figure plastic wrap kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, these are in mint condition, we can't take them out of the box, and that they're like, just let us out of here, what are you doing? It's shit like that. It's really it's cutesy kind of funny stuff, but they're solid games.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's another one I'm gonna have to add to the list because it looks cool. I like it.
And the fact that it's made it 20 years now, like that they've still been cranking out games and people are buying them, and the series itself is 20 years old. It says something
Exactly.
for them to make it this long.
Right, exactly. It doesn't have to be. I think this is what this is the type of game that we have been talking about for weeks. It doesn't have to be a big AAA title type of thing. It doesn't have to be the next Call of Duty or anything like that. It's a fun little game that has a following.
I was second guessing myself, so I had to look it up too. It's made by WayForward. That probably doesn't mean anything to you, but the publishers and developers are WayForward.
Okay.
I forget what else they made, but that's a very... What am I trying to say? That's a name that rings some bells for me. Can't remember what else they've made, though, because all I can think of is Shantae. That's only because we're talking about it.
And the only... this is the first time I'm hearing of the game, so...
If you get a chance, try it. I mean, if you like platformers and stuff, it's worth trying.
Right.
I mean, the biggest thing is that it's one of those games where you have to juggle your powers to solve puzzles and get through different levels. But it's fun.
Okay. Add it to the list.
Yeah. I feel like we're just trying to struggle and stretch for everything because there wasn't a lot of news this week.
No, I'm just trying.
Pissed off at politics, talk about Sony, and then we're scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
No, I'm just trying to move down the list and see who.
Oh, you just want to get to the bottom.
No, because it's
Before
sad.
we actually say it, are you sad about
Yes,
that news?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to get to that news.
You're
It's
gonna have
sad.
You're gonna have to tell me about it because I don't know that much about it. I just anyway. Where was I going with this? It started off really strong and I forgot. I don't remember. I should have fucking wrote it down because I read it earlier when I was putting it down. I can't remember. But what was it? When Embracer Group bought all those companies, I think they got Gearbox in that mess. Mm-hmm. But now we have an instance of Gearbox buying another dev, which was at Lost Boys Interactive. Okay. I cannot remember what they made. I had it, I should have written it down, and I've forgotten about it. But it's just, I found that interesting that a company that was bought is also buying a company. It's like, how far down can you go with that kind of thing? Like a company that bought another company kind of thing.
Right. I have no idea. Because now,
Well, I'm looking at their website, and all it says is under construction.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find out what else they made. They're in Wisconsin and Texas, apparently.
The Texas I knew about. Read about, not knew about.
Yeah. Let's see. What? That was April 21st? Why am I only hearing about it now? It says, today the Gearbox Entertainment Company announced it entered into an agreement to fully acquire Lost Boys Interactive, an independent video game studio working on both co-development for top-tier games and original intellectual IP for PC and consoles. Apparently, they started this back in April. I had no idea. Oh, okay. So they've had a hand in helping them with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Call of Duty, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Mm.
Rapid expansion, targeting 350 team members by 2024.
Sure.
So this sounds similar to the company that Activision Blizzard bought recently.
Yeah.
From one of our other podcasts. It sounds like they bought them so that way they can have an extra arm to develop some things, like just expanding their own team to make, I guess, development easier, to spread it out across the different studios.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but how many people do you need? Gearbox is a big company itself.
Well, because you also have to take into consideration they have to. Well, I'm sure you are. I'm talking like I know. They have even though they're buying out the company to develop further develop their own stuff, they still have the obligations to the other studios. Because from my understanding, from what I read, even though Gearbox has it bought out Lost Boys, Lost Boys is still like its own entity type of thing. Like, Gearbox owns them, but they're still developing their own things. They're just going to be more interactive with each other.
That would not surprise me. I don't know for a fact. I'm going to have to read more from their press release and see what they say. I just read the first couple paragraphs really quick. But that would not surprise me. Which, in that case, would be different than the Activision Blizzard company that they acquired, because that company was like, we're done making games, we're making Activision shit now.
Right.
And that was it. They're making Blizzard games. So
yeah, it's not
same but different.
Right. It sounds more like the idea of like a guild or whatever. Everybody's helping each other, but they're still their own thing. They're gonna share their resources, but nobody's swallowing the other person.
You are aggressive. Why are you headbutting me?
And it just looked like a shadow attack.
He just wants me to pet him. Here, say hi. He just headbutted the mic. Thank you, cat.
Little boopers.
That's my shadow. Oh, you know his name, right? I think you'd get a kick out of it if you don't remember.
I don't think so. What was it? What was his name?
Odin. My buddy. He just wants to get in my lap and sit down. I'm busy.
Actually, I'm surprised my little fur balls aren't bothering me right now.
He is literally my shadow. I can't go anywhere without him. Anywhere I go, he's following. Even to the point where I have to shut the bathroom door, and then I come out and he's sitting out there waiting for me. Come on, you big baby. Let's go. Come on. Don't hug me. Get down. Ay, ay, ay. Babies. All right, let's get to the big news. Hey, tell me more about Shinji Hashimoto and him retiring from Square Enix. Who is he? Where did he come from? What did he have his hands on?
Well, he, as the title says, he was a producer. He produced the Final Fantasy series games. He helped produce the Kingdom Hearts series games. He was actually the person that whenever they did shows and like that, he was the one that made the announcements. To the point where I think at one point people were, I didn't notice it as much, but apparently he became like a meme, or like it became his own catchphrase.
What was the phrase?
I'm trying to remember. It was like something like please enjoy the games as much as we did, or something like that. Hold on. Shinji.
I gotta look this up. I didn't know anything about that.
Hashimoto.
Odin, you're gonna have to get down, man.
Catchphrase. Because that I learned from watching one of the YouTube videos. Think who was it that I was watching? The Gamers Joint or something like that. They're like a big um, Square Kingdom Hearts channel.
So his phrase became a meme, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh,
Oh, he was an executive producer.
yeah, he was big.
He's a big boy.
But he was getting up there, so I don't blame him for retiring at some point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Know your meme. What do you say? Get down. Oh. Well, that doesn't tell me. The Ultima Troll. That was the first thing that came up when I looked up memes.
Oh, why can't I find it now? Well, from my understanding of what I've read about him and seen, he's just an all around really nice kind of guy. Very genuine. Definitely wants you to enjoy what they're doing, type of thing.
He has a very long list of games that he helped produce or was an executive producer on. Like, I'm looking at this, and there's easily like at least 50 games on here.
Yeah.
Damn. He was busy.
Oh yeah, he was a big deal to Square.
28 years he was at Square.
That's a
Wow.
long time, and I'm really curious as to who they're gonna have fill his shoes as far as announcements and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was hoping that I could find something about that, but I'm not seeing anything yet. Just that he's leaving on good terms and everything. Oh, Oh. So, you probably already know the story, but just reading this thing really quick here from PC Gamer. Um, Final Fantasy creator Hironobu Sakaguchi wanted to develop an open world game akin to Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
However, the two felt as though they needed a mascot as strong as Mario to carry the game, and felt as though Disney was the only company that had that same kind of power. And Hashimoto found himself in an elevator with one of the Disney execs and pitched it to him.
That was him. Okay. I heard that. I've known that story, but I wasn't sure if that was him or not. That makes it.
It was him, according to this.
And
That's pretty cool.
and that was just out of coincidence that they were in the same place.
Yes.
Trying to find where.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else about his phrase thing, but that's okay. Apparently, he trolls his fans.
Yeah.
Uh,
He seems to get a kick out of things. I don't want volume. I just want to get to the channel, see if there's anybody saying anything.
well. If you find it, great. If not, that's okay.
My computer's run.
But yeah, the fact that he was around for almost 30 years at that company is a big fucking deal. And he had his hand in a lot of games, and the fact that he helped get Kingdom Hearts off the ground, that's nuts. I knew that I heard that story, but I didn't realize that it was him specifically that did it either.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I thought that story was cool when I heard it.
Oh, same. I was like, what? It's like Deadpool video leak kind of level. If something like this random shit like that didn't happen, it would never have came to be.
It's just crazy circumstances that actually make some of the best things.
Oh, absolutely. He will be missed. Hopefully, if he comes back, if he does come back, it's for like a project or two type of thing.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to stay in the industry or if he's just like straight up retiring and is done with everything.
Either which way, power to him. He's earned it.
Yes, absolutely.
I would like.
Dude needs some rest.
I would very much welcome him sticking his hands into a couple of projects, but hey.
Well, if he goes anywhere else, you know that he's going to be a valuable asset.
Ooh, I doubt Square will let him go anywhere else.
Hell, man, he might just move into Sony. Like, I can see them pulling him and saying, hey, you've done a pretty good job being a producer here. Want to make some more money over here?
Very true. And he would.
I mean, it makes the most sense.
And
like, if he's going to continue.
Right,
working.
exactly. And it would actually bring a little more light to the rumor we talked about a couple of podcasts ago. The rumor of Sony wanting to acquire Square.
Ooh, yeah.
That would make that transition very, very smooth.
Well, he's not one of the heads of it, as far as I know. He was just one of the top producers.
Right, but it was still he was still very integral in their line of games and stuff like that. So he would know.
Dude, say he moves to Sony. Let's say he moves to Sony, and then like he brokers that deal. Like, because he was there, he's got like insider knowledge. I wonder if he would be able to help move that along. If that's happening. That's all speculation. Right. Who knows?
I think this is more me being excited than anything else of something like that happening. But it'd
be cool.
If there's anybody that could make that happen and it not turn into a shit show, I think he'd do it.
I just saw another news thing. Apparently, Capcom, the same dudes who make Street Fighter and Resident Evil, they have their own digital showcase on the 13th. Ooh. So next Monday. It's only going to be about 35 minutes, but it says it'll be 3 p.m. PT, so 6 p.m. for us. 35 minutes of news and in-depth updates on previously announced Capcom titles. So nothing.
Okay, so
they're just going to talk more in depth about stuff that they showed off.
So we might get a little more on the Resident Evil, a little more Street Fighter at this point. Okay.
Yeah, probably going to talk. It's probably going to be a chunk of it going to be Street Fighter 6 stuff, and then just following up with all the Resident Evil stuff after that. That's my guess. There was a game that they showed off. I think it was Capcom that they showed off 2 or 3 years ago, where it was like a mech person with some girl in a city, but the city, there was nobody around. They look up at the sky, and the sky like shatters and like opens up to space or something like that. I'll have to find the trailer and show you. It was nuts.
Why does that sound familiar?
But it was. I haven't seen anything else about that yet either. And one more thing, really quick too, since this part of the E3 shit since it's June. The Summer Games Fest, the dude who puts it on, Jeff Keighley, same guy who does like the Game Awards at the end of the year, he says that it's going to be primarily focused on games.
Okay.
So he's not going to do like advertising. He's not going to preach about things. He's not going to show off stuff that's in like that might not be coming out or just random shit. It's all going to be games. Games.
Good. I'm okay with that.
So that'll be cool. Oh, Street Fighter 6 Versus screen revealed. Where's all this news earlier? It is Monday.
Well, actually, I got a little bit of news. Remember how we were talking about one of the weeks past was that Disney Speed Racer game? I actually got an updated email saying that they're going to be launching the beta within the next week or so. Is it the next week?
Ooh, shit.
Let me double check my email record.
We'll have to try it.
Yeah, because they're going to start releasing the beta codes to certain people.
Cool.
Let's see, where is it? Gmail.
So the Street Fighter 6 Versus screen, apparently you can scowl, you can act smug, or confuse them with a mixture of rapid emotions. So, based on this, come on, focus. So it's just like their faces on the screen, like with verses behind them, but then I guess you can change how their face looks while you're waiting on it to load. That's interesting.
So you can start making them do duck lips and shit like that. I can.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, I can see people having a lot of fun with that.
making faces at each other until it's time to fight.
Let's see. My goal will try to recreate the shitting faced meme. The kid, the one of the kid who has his vein popping out of his forehead.
Oh, the one where he's in school and he's like,
Yeah, it looks like he's taking a massive dump.
yeah, yep, I know which one you're talking about. Hold it in, hold it in.
We've all been there. Oh my god. Oh, I know the list isn't as long this week, but it's still a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, the state of play is the one that took up most of the stuff because I think that was the biggest thing of this week.
Which I'm okay with because I've been needing some new suggestions as to what I should try to play.
You have some things to look forward to.
Yes, I do. And I'll have to.
And I do believe that the new PlayStation tier thing stuff, subscription shit, is out. So you can always look into that and start downloading some games too if you really want.
True. I know we've been spending a little, because of the upcoming vacation in July, I know we've been spending a little bit much, so I might have to hold off on doing the subscription thing for a little bit, but I think when I get back, I might sign up for it and see what it's all about.
Oh, and the Destiny reset is tomorrow, so it's going to be a whole new week of more story stuff for like this season stuff. The season of the Haunted story is continuing on.
Okay.
It's just week 3, so we get a whole new Sever mission and have to run through the Castellum stuff again.
Okay.
Can I help you, Cat?
Looks like he's trying to nom on your headphones.
He was rubbing his head on him, and now he's pushing me.
It's like, come on, Dad, love me.
I do. Pain in the butt. Thanks. It's ridiculous.
He's the king of the boops.
Yeah, he's seriously just headbutting the shit out of my arm. Like that. You see me move? That's him pushing me.
Wow, he's got some force.
Yeah, get your paw off my shoulder. He's a baby.
Reminds me of Luna when I try to get into the bed. She has to hop in and put herself in between my armpit for a little bit, and then afterwards she goes to my feet.
Nice.
So at that point, I got to figure out, hey, I need to make sure I have my feet where I want them for the night, because once she gets there, I ain't moving.